Hey, JVC, how much was your first wholesale deal, bro?
$100.
Dude, wait, but prior to that, what do you actually want to make?
I was actually gonna make 1,000 and I think 1,200.
You got it. You guys, I'm going to let him share with you guys the story, how it went from 1,200 to down to $100 on his first deal. And this is the great story of why I said, hey, your first deal, just get it done, man. So you know
Yeah.
the process. And hey, bro, where's the lead come from?
It actually came from driving for dollars.
Boom. What up, Wholesale to Million family? Happy Saturday. We're back with another subscriber first wholesale deal interview. Now, before I get JVC, his name is actually pronounced a little bit different, but it's much easier for me to say JVC. um, Before I let him share with you guys his stories, I want to let those of you who don't know, I'm running a 2K web class starting on July 28th, man. It's not this coming Sunday. It's next coming Sunday, man. July 28th, where I exclusively want to spend the whole day with 20 people. The first 20 people that want to join me on that day, what we're going to do is we're going to spend the whole entire day together to figure out where you're at and try to get to where you are. I'm going to give you a clear guidance, a blueprint, an action plan of exactly what you need to do for marketing, from putting a system together, from building a cash buyer list, from if you want to go virtual into a different market, dissect your market, dissect and analyze any deals you're working on. And I'll let you know, man. I'll let you know why you didn't get under contract, what's going on with this deal. Is it a deal? Like, I will help you figure it out so you understand much clearer exactly what you need to do, what's a deal, what's not a deal. And this is, and you guys, this day is for everybody, whether you're new, maybe you're starting out, but you're lost, you're confused, you're overwhelmed, like you're stressing out because you don't know exactly which is the right directions to go. Dude, when you walk away, I'm going to give you a clear action plan of you will know exactly what you need to do. And it's not like a seminar where you sit there, you hear me speak, and you're taking notes. We actually get to interact back and forth. You get to ask me questions. It's 20 people, but I'm going to go one person at a time. And until you're satisfied, you're happy, you're clear, you know exactly what you need to do from that day walking away. Dude, I'm not going to let you get off. I want to make sure that you have a very clear plan of exactly what you need to do. And whether you have a few $100 to market, a few $1,000 to market, we got to figure out the free way to the pay way. I'll make sure that it's going to best fit for you. And what I need from you is I need you to commit and dedicate and trust the action plan, the blueprint that we come up with for you. And you just need to stick with it. And I promise you, the result will come. For example, John is my first student. For those of you who don't know, I think this October, he'll be with me for 1 year. So he paid me 35 G's to mentor one-on-one. And he only had a few $100 to market per month. And there were months where he didn't have any money to market. And he still have a full-time job. He only spent a few hours. And dude, he's about to close on his fifth deal. His third deal, he's going to make about $50-some thousand. And it's going to be a year in. And was he stressing out in the first couple months? Yes. But he stayed commit, believe, and he had the faith and trust the plan that we came up with, and it happened. So that's all I need from you, man. Anyways, if that's you I'm talking to, shoot me an email over to wholesale2millions@gmail.com. We have a couple spot left, and I would like to get a feel, man, and I spent the whole entire day with you. Okay, man. Woo! No further ado. If you guys like this interview, if it add any value to you, please, I want you to do me a favor. And if you like these kind of, subscriber first wholesale deal interview where I bring people on first close their deal to share with you guys their stories. So it helps inspire and motivates you and lets you know that it is possible for you too. Okay. Not just for the big player, the guru that you're thinking of. So if you do like this, it add value to you, you want me to continue, smash the thumbs up, show me some love. And if you don't find any value, smash the thumbs down, just give it to me like it is and get off the channel and go watch something else. Woo, JVC, dude, bro, I'm going to let you take it over, man. What up, buddy?
What's up, man?
Dude, I talked for what? I don't know, man. 3 minutes straight or something like that.
That's fine, man. That's all right, man.
Dude, so JVC, man, I'm gonna let you take it over. I want to know the dirt, dude. Like, you look pretty young, bro. So let me know your age and kind of your background, your story, bro, and then lead into your deal, though.
Got you. Okay, no problem, bro. Well, I'm actually 27 years old, man. I'm 27 years old. I came from Mexico, man. I came here when I was like 9 years old. They brought me here when I was 9 years old, and ever since they brought me here, man, I went into schooling here. I what to call I was very afraid, because I didn't know the language. It was like a big barrier to me. So,
I
but I
feel you, man.
always, yeah, man. But I always had that, like I always had that in me that that I always wanted to do something big, like different, from the family. All of us, like all of my family has been in like construction all the time, and I knew that that wasn't the path that I wanted to go. But so I started going to school and everything. Honestly, I didn't like school, but I just kept on going, man, because I didn't want to disappoint my parents. But I really didn't like it. But ever since I was here, like I was like 11 or 12, I never had a summer, man. Never had a summer vacation, man. I will stay. I always had that opportunity with one of my uncles that he works in construction, and every time that I used to go in the summer, and I used to just take like 1 week off and everything, and then after a week, I just call him up and be like, I'm ready, bro. Can you
Dude,
give, can you give me a job? Can you give me a job? And he'll like, you got it, man. Pick you up at Monday, 4:30 in the morning. And I was like,
bro,
let's go.
dude, we have a lot in common, bro. I came over to America, man, the land of
Yeah,
opportunity, the land of the free, dude, at like freaking 9. Never had a summer in my life, bro. Picking
yeah,
berries, blueberry, raspberry, cucumber, beans,
yeah.
strawberries, you name it, the King Kong probably eat it and picked it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, I came here, like always been working, man. I always like, like that physical work, like I always like that, So I wait, never really had a summer, I was went in, in work construction. So until I graduated, that's when I went actually full time in it, and I started working in like construction all like like the whole week. We're talking about like 4:30 in the morning to probably like 7, 8, or 9 in the heat. It was like 90 degrees outside. It was hot. You know how it is, Kong. It's hot.
Hell
It's hot,
yeah,
and when,
man.
and when it's cold, man, can't even move my fingers. You can't move properly. You have all these jackets on you. Well, the thing is, that I always wanted to work. I always wanted to work. I feel like I always had the work ethic in me. Like to do construction. So one day, I came across, like this video that it kept targeting me because I was being very interested in real estate. I'm like, wow, man, what is this real estate? So I watched a few videos. I don't know this guy. He's got a weird name, but I watched one of his videos and everything. Then I just kept being retargeted with these wholesaling videos, but I never really paid attention to it because I didn't know what it was. You know. So then I was just like, okay, so here's the thing. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna watch his video and I'll see what's up. And so as soon as he said no money down, you can do it from your house, from your phone and everything, and it caught my attention. I'm like, okay, so I started going deeper into it. But then I came across the Flipman. I'm sure you know the Flipman, you know. I came, one of his videos. The only thing, that I didn't, because I was gonna get like a coaching from him, but the thing that I didn't like that he only does bandit signs, and bandit signs here, they're like extremely prohibited. Where I am, I'm actually coming off from Atlanta, and they're extremely prohibited here. So I didn't want to go that route. So then I came across Max Maxwell,
Yeah.
his videos, and he did a lot of things. He did, driving for dollars and all these things. But then you kept popping up like in the thumbnails, and I saw a couple videos, like calling FSBOs, and I was like, oh, wow, I'm gonna click on this guy. And as soon as I started clicking it, dude, I just really liked the way you were teaching and everything, the things that you were doing for all the people. So I started following you, I started going like, and I saw that you were doing direct mail, So I was like, okay, so I didn't have money for direct mail, honestly. Like I had some money, but I didn't have enough money to send out, to a bunch of people. So I started doing driving for dollars. I started going on driving for dollars. Driving. I'm talking about like wake up at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, and as soon as the sun gets out, driving from like 7 in the morning to like 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
Woo.
Yeah, it was a little bit exhausting. I actually went through like maybe I think maybe like 4 or 5 cities. I'm talking about like maybe 3 days, 3 days a week, not the full week, but maybe 3 days a week. But it will be like I will take my lunch box and everything, because
Oh, dang.
I'm not even gonna stop at a restaurant to eat anything. I'm gonna eat in the car while I'm driving. So I was just driving. I did find a lot of properties. I talked to some sellers, but they weren't motivated to sell. They wanted to sell, for maybe full retail. So then I'm like, there has to be a way here. There has to be a way that because I felt like I wasn't doing, being productive. Even though I was waking up at 6 in the morning, I felt like, I wasn't being productive. I'm like, I'm just wasting gas around. I'm just wasting gas. Like I'm getting all these people, but these people are not motivated to sell. So it's the same thing. So I have to do something. So then I came across Jack. I'm sure you know Jack, man.
Yeah.
Jack. So I sent him a text. I wanted to ask him a few questions and everything. So he's like, hey, dude, what if I go out there and help you out? So he flew from Chicago over here to Atlanta. He was with me for 3 days.
What? Wait, dude. They got to be a price involved, or is it free?
Yeah, no, it was a price involved,
Okay,
bro. But at the time, like I said, I've been blessed that me and my dad, we own like a HVAC company, and so I was blessed, that I was, I had some money to spend. So I was like, I was always like, I'd rather spend money and invest my money in something that is going to give me knowledge rather than go out there and and buy clothes and buy shoes and buy all those things that I don't need. So I'm like, I pulled the trigger. I said, okay, man, you know what, man, let's go, let's do it. So I sent him the money. He came over here. Literally, man, this guy is like genuinely, like he's a really cool guy, man.
Yeah, he is.
So he came here, man. We were here for 3 days. Like he was, teaching me the ins and outs and about this wholesaling business and everything, because I felt like I was lost, Khang. I felt like I was lost. Like I know I'm taking action. Like I know I'm taking action, but it's just, I feel like I'm not taking the right action. Okay. So then he's like, okay. So he helped me out with everything, dude. He was like, like helping me set up my CRM, helping me, set up everything else and everything, So we dissect the market, and to see if, if it's going to be competitive or not. We did with this thing called the perfect property avatar, and so he really helped me a lot. He helped me with everything, getting my list, getting everything. So after he left, I had a really good, understanding of what I needed to do in order to get my first deal, because that was my goal. I wasn't thinking about making $30,000 a month. I was thinking about, getting my first deal. That was my mission. I need to get a first deal. So I'm sending out my marketing, Khang, and I actually was able to gather up some money and, send my marketing, I sent some mail, because I told them that, that I wanted to do mail because it doesn't interfere with my working schedule, because I don't have a working schedule, Khang. I can come back at 3 in the afternoon, or I can come back at 9 p.m. Since it's construction, you know how it is. So I told him, if I wanted a cold call, it wouldn't work, because you need to be consistent, and cold call 3 hours every day. I didn't have that. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, so I can't do that, but he did tell me, that he showed me several ways to market and everything, but unfortunately, it was interfering with my time, because I was like, wow, man, I do have a family call, I have my wife, I have my kid and everything, so I'm like, wow, is this interfering with everything? Okay. So then, Khang, I was just like, like focused on getting this first deal. And then I opened my mailbox, man. And I have this letter, from, there had been a problem with my residents, man. With my residents here in the US.
Oh.
Yeah, man. So there had been a problem there. So I needed to get it done as quick as possible. But I'm like, oh my God, right now is the time to decide which is more important right now. If, my wholesaling business or actually trying to get my first deal, or doing the other thing.
Yeah. So, JVC, I'm going to jump in. For those of you who not an immigrant, dude, like you don't know, like when you get a piece of paper about your dude, it's freaking feel like the world, you know what I mean? Because this is where your home is now, right? Your home is here now. So yeah, for those of you not, like, you don't know how scary that is, but yeah, go on, bro.
Yeah, man. So I received it, and I was like, wow, man, this is really gonna put me behind, man. It's gonna really keep me from, sending out my marketing because now I have to go to the attorney
Mm-hmm.
and get this thing set up. This guy is not charging, like $1,000. This guy's charging 3 to 4K. And I was like, wow, man. Well, honestly, as much as I want to, send out my marketing, I can't. I have to spend this money because if I'm not able to stay here, then there's not a reason for me to do it.
Yep.
So I just went and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put wholesaling to a side for right now, which I couldn't. I just couldn't, man. I couldn't, and I I took care of all of that. It took me like 2 months and everything, getting all the things that I needed, for the attorney, for all of that, for immigration status and everything. So I got everything, but on the side, I never sat down, when I was doing all of this. I just didn't feel like I'm like, okay, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do both, but I'm going to keep more attention into my immigration thing. So I was still driving for dollars, man, because I'm like, if I can't send my direct mail, I'm going to drive for dollars, man. I got Mojo Dialer. I'm going to get Mojo Dialer. I'm going to dial, and I'm going to call at least, whatever I can, even if it's 1 hour. If it's 1 hour, 2 hours, doesn't matter. I'm still I don't want to feel like I'm not doing anything. It just doesn't feel right to me. So I was just like, just doing it. So I couldn't say my marketing. I wasn't consistent. I was all over the place, Khang. All over the place, man. All over the place. I was doing all this type of marketings, and I'm like, sending out, using deal machine, sending postcards in there. I was doing cold calling. I was, a little bit of door knocking. You know, but still, I was being really consistent. So if I felt bad, but I was like, well, I shouldn't feel that bad because not everybody has what like not everybody is able to really focus on two things at the same time. And given the fact, that it's an immigration status here, that it's very serious,
Mm-hmm.
and I was able still to do it. So I got out the way, Kong, and I was driving for dollar. I was driving for dollars in another market. I have a daughter, and she lives in like 2-3 hours away from me. That I get to see her, like every Thursday and every Sunday for 4 hours. So sometimes I go out there, man, and she falls asleep. She's a baby. She's a 3-year-old. Like so I'm driving her in the car to go probably meet, like, go take her like onto the trampolines, or probably, take her to have some fun, and she falls asleep. So I'm stuck there, sitting nothing, like with nothing to do, just waiting for her to wake up. I'm like, oh no, I got to do something. I'm not gonna just sit here and everything. So I started driving for dollar, man. I started driving for dollar over there in a market that I didn't know, man. I didn't know this market. Houses were much cheaper over there than over here. So, but I'm
Wait.
still driving.
Okay, man. So the house price over there is how much?
I think maybe a 3.2. I think it.
200,000.
No. Like a the average house,
Yep.
3 bedroom, 2 bath, maybe 15 square feet. I think it's around maybe 130 to $150,000, like in a
Okay.
normal.
Okay. So now and then, how about in your own market?
Oh, in my market, it's probably like around the 200 and up.
Okay, that's not bad. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So,
So
but I was still driving, man. And I was still driving and getting all these properties, and since it was in much older neighborhoods over there, then there's more opportunities over there because it's a small place,
hmm.
you know. So I drove across this property, Kong. This property. It's all like like it's bad. I know it's vacant because there's like overgrown shrubs, and there's leaves on the driveway. You can't even see the trash can. I mean the trash can, you can't even see it. It was all the way in the back. So I'm like, this has got to be, it's vacant. So then I actually cold called the guy. I cold called the guy and I asked him if he's actually looking to sell the property. And he told me that no, that he wasn't. And then I'm sorry. And then he then I I kind of follow up with him, and I was just like, just want to know that if you actually will consider receiving a cash offer from us. And then he's like, well, actually, you know what? I am actually interested in selling. It's just that I didn't want to deal with anybody because he said that the property, like he had it on another wholesaler had it on the contract for 5 months and couldn't sell it. for 5 months. This guy was mad. He said that the guy put it on the contract for 90,000, for
Okay.
90,000. And then he said that 1 month passed by and they didn't know anything about him. Like he was just like, like didn't know anything about him, like what was going on. Like basically the guy didn't keep him informed on what was going on with the property, So then he went back to them after a month and told them that 90,000 it wasn't going to work, that they needs to lower it down. So they lower it down, and then he disappeared for 2 months. That's what the owner said, the seller said. He disappeared for 2 months. This was an inherited property for his wife, the seller.
Okay.
And he said that the guy disappeared for 2 months. Then he went back and tried to negotiate again. But these guys were like, actually, looking to sell the property. This guy's motivated because he wants to sell. For somebody to wait for you 5 months, he wanted to sell it. But this guy just kept going back at them. And then he said that the 4th month that he came to find out that he wasn't the buyer, which means that he found out, that he was a wholesaler, that he wasn't even the buyer, So then he's like, you know what? He's like, I'm going to cancel the contract. He's like, because he told me, I had enough with him. I canceled the contract. I don't care. And, I don't want to deal with him anymore. He just gave me a big headache and everything, I just don't want to deal with him, So then I told him, and he literally asked me, hey, are you the same? You do the same thing as he does? And I'm like, no, sir, we actually do close on properties, So, I was like, okay. So then I try to, I ask him for the things, I asked him for information. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, I think it was roughly around 19 square feet. And he needed, I think everything was working right, everything was working right. He just needed some cosmetics. And I think that house, it was probably going to take like $30,000 in cosmetic work, like $30,000, just doing, the basic stuff and everything, And the ARV for that house, like being pushed up to the max, I think it was going to be like around $150,000 to $180,000. So $180,000, will be like, like everything, granite countertops, everything, so in good standards, really good. So then I got information from him, and I made him an offer of $79,000. $79,000. That's what I told him. So I was like, and then he was like, oh no, that's not gonna work and everything, So no. The guy came here and offered me 93. That's why he said that all the wholesaler came back to him after 4 months and negotiated for 93. And he said that no, that he had an offer. Like, he said that nah, man, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, man. I'm not gonna give it to you for 79. I'm not gonna let you guys take advantage of me. So the guy was pretty, he was pretty upset already.
Right.
Because somebody had wasted his time.
Yep.
So honestly, man, I didn't want to push his buttons that much, man. I wanted to negotiate with him, but yes, he was firm. He was firm and mad at the same time.
Right. Okay.
He wanted, so I was just like, all right, man. So we can do the most I can do is $80,000, and that's with those paying no closing costs and everything. Obviously taking it in as is condition, and all this. And he was like, I don't know, let me think about it. So I was just trying to, hey, I understand you want to think about it, but I mean, where can we be at so we can get this done? And then he's like 80,000. If you can do 80,000, then we're good. And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, let me speak to my partners and see what I can do. So then I went, and I remember that this guy he just started flipping houses. Like, I'm talking about rehabbing houses. So I went and talked to him. Is this Hispanic guy, So then I'm like, okay, so these guys are more willing to pay less than 30%, because for 30%, it doesn't work for 30%, The savvy investor is not going to buy this at this price, So I need to find somebody over there that is. So then I remember him, and I called him, and then I was like, hey, I got this property here. I didn't have it in the contract yet, but he was like, I have this property here, that I'm I just want to see how much would you pay for it. And then he was like, I'll pay like maybe 70. And I was like, oh, now he's not gonna buy it. But like, he's not gonna buy it. So then I was like, you know what, man? Khang says take action, lock it up. The worst thing that can happen, you can just, move away. Yeah, just like walk away from the deal. So I went and told, okay, we can do $80,000. I locked up this contract by text message, bro. You know, send him the contract. He lives in another market.
Yep.
Talk to him over the phone. Send him the contract. Took him 2 days to get back with me. He's, you know, a typical seller thing. You know, he says, you know, his son is an attorney and he wants to, you know, send it out to him so he can check it out, make sure everything is right. But then it gave him, when I told him that we were going to close with Harper and Lehman, which is the attorney here, it kind of like, you know, I guess he felt like that was that he was legit, you know, because they were like, you know, I guess he looked up, you know, who the attorney was and saw that it was a real attorney, you know. So he was like, and then he was just like, okay, man, we're ready to go. And then he's like, he didn't bring up the earnest money or anything, man. And I just locked it up with $10.
Got it.
$10, man. So with $10. So then I send it out, you know. It's like I don't know these things, Coach. Like I didn't know anything. I didn't know what to do next. I don't know what came next. So I was just like, I called, you know, the attorney, and I was like, hey, so I have this property, and she's like, okay, send it in. Send it in. I did a lot of mistakes, man, and she's like, send it in. So I sent it in, you know, just send in the thing, and then I forgot to send the $10.
So okay, so JVC, hold that thoughts, bro, because I want to jump in. For those of you, listen, there are sellers that obviously nobody wants to be scammed, right? They don't want us to be scammed. They don't want to feel like, hey, you know what? You're going to send me the contract and I'm just going to blindly sign it. So most sellers will say, you know what? I'm going to have an attorney review it. I'm going to have one of my realtor review it, my realtor friend, whatever they say. Here's what you said. You just go ahead and say, yes, you know what? No problem. Yep. Feel free to have your attorney review it. Feel free to have your agent, your friend, whoever it is, review it. If you have any questions, just please give me a call. I'm more than happy to answer any question you have or go through the agreement with you. Okay. So I don't get so like, oh my God, they're going to have an attorney review it. And then, oh my gosh, they're going to understand that I'm a host, this and that. The contract is like, don't worry. Like, don't be scared. Don't tell them, hey, like when I want you to relax and just tell the seller, yes, go ahead and do it. We actually recommend, you know, our clients to go review it, have it review so you know exactly what's in it. But I want to let you know, and this is where you throw in the but I want to let you know that we are going to close with a local title company or an attorney. All right. I want you guys to say this, man. What we tell our VA, and we say this before I send out the, and I don't say the word contract. All right. I say this to the seller, and we also put it in a text message and in the body of the email. And typically we get the contract back to you guys extremely fast. And that, and when I say, but JVC, just to let you know that we are going to close with a local title company, which makes sure that both parties protected. You as a seller, you get the exact amount of money that we've talked about and agreed upon, and us as a buyer, we just want to clear the clear title to the property. And they are the third party that's going to make sure that all the paperwork is done properly and that all the transaction goes smoothly. So when you say that, they now understand there's a third party. Because most sellers don't understand. They thought that they're going to deal directly with you, that you're going to take down to the county, you're going to fill out all the paperwork and yada, yada. And they're afraid of that, all right? Because they don't know the process, you guys. You got to understand that. So you tell them that. The attorney, the title company, they're local, right? Very reputable. They're going to make sure that they've done this properly. And I promise you, it's going to help you, and it's going to help the seller ease it and then sign and send it back to you. JVC, next, bro. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. So, yeah.
Like earnest money.
Yeah, $10, man. So I forgot to give out the earnest money. So I'm just like, I'm just sitting there like, what's going on? And then I received an email from, you know, the one of the pre-closers in the attorneys, because we live in an attorney place. And she's like, hey, we're gonna need for you to send out your earnest money. And I was like, oh my God, that's right, the earnest money. So I'm like, because dude, I'm over here in construction, bro. I'm over here, hammering everything, going all crazy, So I'm thinking, okay, so this is going into escrow. I forgot about the earnest money, so I'm like, wow, how do I do this? I can't drop it off because they're gonna be closed after I get out. They close at 5. I get out at 6, 7. I'm not gonna be able to make it. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can wire it. So then I wired the $10, which ended up being $50 because you got to pay $40 to wire the money. Yeah, you know. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I don't care, man. I just want to get this. I just want to get this going. Okay, so I get it locked up on the contract, you know, and I call the same guy that said for 70, you know, and I sent him, you know, the property address, and he's like, hey, you know, I actually had this property. I actually was looking at this property. He tells me like, I actually this other wholesaler was gonna sell it to me, but he disappeared on me. So you know what I'm saying, dude? So that wholesaler was gonna sell it to him.
Wow, what a small world, bro. Okay.
Yeah, and he was gonna sell it, but he stopped answering my calls, and then he's like, oh, so are you interested in selling? Like, yeah, definitely. It's like I'm like, so do you need to walk through the house? No, I already walked through the house. It's like I already walked the house. It's like so what happened? Like, I asked him, how come you didn't buy it? Because when I told him that I was gonna get back at him because I told him that, you know, that at the price that he was giving it to me, which is 93, it wasn't gonna work. You know,
Okay.
that it wasn't going to work. So I guess that's when he went back to the seller, tried to negotiate it for him,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so he can get it at 93. And that's when he said, no, that's it, we're done. You know, we canceled the contract. So then I told him, well, I actually got it on the contract, you know, and I just wanted to see if you'd like to purchase it. I sent it to him for 80,100. That's why I sent it to him. Yeah, I sent it to him for 81,000.
Okay.
So
Yep.
yeah, for 81,000. $81,100. That's how I said it to him for. And
Okay.
I told him that he was gonna pay all the closing costs. And then he's like, nah, 81,000. It's not gonna work and everything. You know, 88. That's not gonna work. And then he's like, I can do 80,000. And I was like, no, man. That I told him that I was just trying to make some, you know, I'm trying to make some money too, you know. And then he was like, yeah, man, I'm sorry, man. Yeah. So he basically just kind of like blew me off just for a little bit. You know, he's like, no, man, 81,000 is not gonna work.
Okay.
You know, it's not gonna work. And so we left it like that. And then after you know, I think like 2 days, he sent me a text message. It's like, if you can give it to me for 80,000, then you know, $80,000, then I'll take it and we can close as quick as possible. I can close in 7 days. That's what he said. So honestly, and I was like, he can close in 7 days. You know, like if he can close in 7 days, we can get this wrapped up for the seller. You know. Plus I already felt a little emotional for the seller already, you know,
Right.
like he was going through all this hassle. He didn't even live close to the house. He lived like 1 hour and a half away. You know, I didn't want him to like, you know, go through all this hassle because that's what we offer, a hassle-free sale.
Right.
You know, I don't want to create a bad reputation already from the beginning,
Yep.
you know, not being able to execute. So I was just like, I started thinking for a while. I told the buyer that I was going to get back with him, that I needed to think about it and everything, you know, and I also needed to talk with my partner and everything, you know, see what he will say. And then, you know, after a while I was thinking, I'm like, I'm really not gonna make anything. Like, I'm not gonna make anything. So I was just sitting there thinking, you know, and I was just like, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I don't make anything, because right now it's not gonna be about the money. Right now, I just wanna gain the knowledge, and I just wanna gain the process and everything, you know, so I can know what this is about, because I really have no clue right now. So it's like basically paying $1,000 for knowing the process. So you know what? Whatever, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. But I'm gonna tell him I'll give it to him for 80,100. So I'm like, at least $100,000 for my gas that I was driving around. You know,
$100. Yeah.
yeah. I don't care, man. I don't care. You know, that's fine. That's fine with me. You know, they say, you know, that don't look at how much you're gonna get. Look at how much value you're gonna deliver. You know. So I was just like, you know what? So let's do it. So I sent him the contract in, and I got him to send to put non-refundable
Yep.
for $1,000.
Okay.
For $1,000, in case he backed out, you know, I can you know, like, you know, get more time with the seller, you know.
Got it.
And then he was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll send it over and everything, you know. So he did send over the money and everything, you know. He had to wire it.
Yep.
He wired the money, and so that we were ready. We were gonna close like a week and a half after, and then, you know, then he's like, hey, you know, are we gonna close or not? Because then the attorney was, you know, the attorney was, you know, telling him that they were gonna close, you know, like in a week and a half. And then this guy shoots me a text message like, hey, I have to leave to Mexico. And I had already told the seller that, you know, the seller already knew that they were gonna close a week and a half after, you know, he had signed the agreement. So I guess he was excited, you know, he was excited that he was gonna get that money before his vacation. So So then the buyer says, hey, I need to leave to Mexico. And I'm like, for how long? Like, dude, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean you have to leave to Mexico? You have a closing tomorrow. Like, what do you want me to tell the seller? And then he's like, oh, it's because I really have to leave, man. You know, I'll be back in 2 weeks. And I'm like, what? 2 weeks? And he's like, okay, not 2 weeks, 7 days. And I'm like, it's the same thing, dude. You're leaving and I have to, oh my God. So you know what? You know, I didn't get upset, but I was just like, come on, man. If you have a responsibility here, you know, like you need to get this done because you're making me look bad, you know? So then I went back to the seller and I kind of told him, hey, you know, this thing happened. The buyer needed to leave for, you know, for personal reasons. I don't know what, you know. I didn't tell him that the buyer, but I told him that my partner, you know, needed to go to Mexico to get some stuff done over there. But he'll be back in a week. So the seller was like, okay, that's fine. Just tell him in a week. That's fine. You know. So then, but I talked to the buyer and I was like, okay, listen. I don't want to be rude and I don't want to be, you know, I don't want you to get me in the wrong way. Okay. But when you come back, you better be ready to close the next day, or I'm gonna just terminate the contract and I'm gonna keep the earnest money. You know, you're not doing it. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, man. And then he's like, yeah, no. The next day I come, I'll close on that. He came on a Wednesday, came back on a Wednesday. So I set him up I talked to the attorney. And I'm like, can you set it up for Friday so we can close so they can close on Friday. You know, so I set it up like that, and I even gave him a 1 day, you know, so he can get his stuff together after he came back. So then I texted him Thursday night, and I'm like, hey, you ready to close tomorrow? And he calls me, he's like, I don't think I'm gonna be ready tomorrow. And like, why not? And he's like, because you know I have to do some stuff with the bank, so he just started giving me all these things and everything on the excuses. I'm like, so what do you want me to tell the seller again, man? At that time I was a little bit irritated now because I'm like, it wasn't even about the money or the check anymore. It was about that I gave this person my word that I was gonna close so that he can get his money, you know. And this guy is making me look bad, you know. He's making me look bad. So then, you know, I was like, okay, there's nothing I can do. The only thing that I can do is talk to the seller, and hopefully he'll understand. And he don't quit on me because he's already aggravated, you know, by all the wholesaler. So honestly, I was a little bit scared, you know, because I'm like, yeah, this is gonna fall through and everything, you know, and I'm not gonna get to know the process, you know. I need to get this done. So then I just told him straight up, I'm like, you know what, you know, my partner just got some issues right now, but we can close this Tuesday coming up next week, like for sure. And he's like, well, I can't next week. I'm going on a vacation. What are we playing here? Tag? You know, like, what are you guys playing here? Tag or something? You know, so he had to go on a vacation. So what I'm thinking is that he wanted the money before his vacation so that he can go spend it with his wife in his vacation. So then, you know, honestly, dude, it's like, I was like, okay, so which day is best for you? So then he was like, okay, we can close the next week after. And I told him, and I talked to the buyer. I'm like, this is the last call that I'm gonna make to both. And I'm gonna set it up, you know, so everybody can have no excuse that, you know, there's no way to close it. So then I talked to the buyer, and I'm like, okay, listen, we can close the second before the 2nd of July. And then I told the seller, can you close the 2nd of July? It's like, no, I can't close that because I just came back from vacation. I can't take off another day of work. You know. So he's like, we can close the 3rd, like a day before 4th of July.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So I talked to the buyer. Can you close the 3rd? And please tell me the truth if you can close the 3rd, because everybody's going on vacation, you know, and you know the attorneys are going to be closed, you know, Thursday, Friday. So please just tell me if you're going to be able to close. And then he's like, yeah, I'll be able to close. You know. So then I didn't know the process. I didn't know honestly I didn't know what I was doing, man. I just knew that I needed to get them both into the title. Into the attorney's office. You know, so they set up a time, you know, at 3 p.m. and everything, both on Wednesday, July 3rd and everything, you know. But I didn't know that I needed to be there. I thought that I didn't need to be there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was confused. I was driving for dollars then. You know, I was driving around looking for houses. You know, at that time, I didn't go to the closing table. You know, because I thought that I didn't have to be there.
Yep. Okay.
That's what I was confused. So I was just driving for dollars, waiting for them to call me. Hey, here's your check. You know.
Okay.
So everything went down. They closed. Everything went good. You know, the seller was happy. Buyer was happy. He has a new property to
Right.
to work on and everything. And then I'm like, where's the check, or where's the at least $100 check that I get? So I call the attorney. It's like, well, your check was cut during the close on the table, but you weren't there. And I was just like, I didn't know I was supposed to be there. No, she starts, like, getting a little like, what do you mean you're not supposed to be there? I'm like, you gotta be there. Like, I'm like, how? So I got confused. It got me confused because I'm like, I thought you just go and pick up your check. So then she's like, no, you need to be there. You need to be there. If you want your check right there, you need to be there, or you need to wait until we are able to give it to you. So I don't know, but everything went good after a while. I know the process now. Like, I know what I'm supposed to be doing and everything.
Bro, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out, bro, right now. First of all, bro, you guys, this is where mentor comes in, and because it will really help you guys, like all the stress, all the headaches that you go through, bro. Like John go through the same thing. He shoot me a text, he shoot me a call, boom, done. Let me help you out, bro. This is gonna help you out in the future. Check this out, bro. One, you don't need to be there. You don't need to be there. Do you know that now?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Okay, good, man. You don't need to be there. Number two is that you do not need to set the closing date to be on the exact, dude, like if the seller said, hey, man, I'm going to go on vacation on, let's just say July 1st. All right. Okay. You can actually tell the attorney, half the seller comes in and sign all the paperwork prior to that. Like closing date doesn't mean they have to come in that date to sign the closing. Okay. It just means that day we would like to close, like all the paperwork need to be done. You can have the seller come in like 3 days before, 4 days before to sign the paperwork.
But they don't do that. I asked them if they can do that. Because they even show what I was making, at least $100, but they showed it in the final statement.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, they and I called the attorney and I was like, because I told them that I needed to know how they worked and everything, because I told them that that if it was possible to get the seller to do all the paperwork first and then the buyer or everything. He said that they don't do that. That it's supposed to be that they're supposed to be in the same room at the same time. So I was just like, wow.
Okay, bro, check this out, bro. JVC, bro. Listen, man, you need to find a different attorney. This attorney doesn't really know what they're doing, bro. Mm-hmm. So you need to reach out there. Obviously, this attorney is not investor friendly to understand the process. First of all, you do not want them to be in the same room.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so glad, dude, this is only $100 deal, bro. If this was a $100K deal, it could have gone bad. I mean, obviously contracts already been signed. It's going to move forward. But I'm just saying, that's why a lot of times you made all these mistakes. You made it all on, it's only a small deal. You need to find a different attorney, bro. This attorney does not know what he or she's doing.
Yeah.
Seller and buyer, you guys, everyone that's listening, listen to me. All right. First of all, you tell your title company or your attorney, half the seller comes in, sign first. One seller done, separate it between 30 minutes apart. Seller signs. Then, hey, half my buyer comes in later to sign the paperwork. Seller sign first, buyer comes in and sign. All right. Right. Or buyer sign, seller sign. It doesn't really matter which one go first. All right.
Yeah, but she said she didn't. She said she just told me she's just like, if you were upfront with your seller, that you shouldn't have any problem. I'm
okay, bro. Yeah, man. Okay, bro. Dude, no question asked, bro. Like after we're done with this, dude, your task is to find a new title company or new attorney.
I already have it. Yeah.
Good.
Good, because man. Yes. Yeah. So everything happened. The thing is that it went through. The seller got paid.
Right.
I gained the knowledge. Good. And the buyer's got a new property. So
cool.
So that's the final print. I didn't care about the other stuff.
Right.
But yeah, it did get me kind of a little upset. Because she was even being a little rude. Like she was just like when I called her, she's like what kind of the process you don't like? It's very simple. And I'm just like, what? And I'm just in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, well, thank you for making me feel dumb. You know, I'm just asking you a question, you know, because that's not how I thought it was going to be.
Dude, okay, man. So JVC, dude, you got the process figured out. So that's good, man. So you got the process down. Basically, dude, like, I agree with you. Getting the deal done, knowing the process is the key. Because once you know how to, once you know the ingredients, how to make the pie the same over and over again, dude, it's like, you know what? You'll be able to make it over and over and over again. If you can make $100 on a deal, dude, you can probably make $100,000 on a deal because you already know the process. So that's the key. Most people don't understand that, man. Most people are like, dude, dude, just get it done. But hey, bro, so those of you who's listening, if you have an attorney or a title company that does that to you, you need to find a new one. First of all, listen, the title company can get, like, if the seller said, hey, dude, we set the closing for Friday. I'm going to go on a vacation. They can actually come in and sign the paperwork Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. They can come in and sign the paperwork a couple of days before the actual closing if that's more convenience to them. Same thing with the buyer. All right. If the buyer said, well, dude, I am leaving tomorrow. And another thing, so you guys got to double check this, but I'm sure it's across the states. If your buyer paid with cash, if your buyer comes in and closes with cash, like their own.
Khang.
What?
That internet, man.
What?
Your internet. What is it? My internet? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, not really. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfect, bro.
Okay, then I hope it's not mine.
Dude, no, I can hear you perfect, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. You guys comment below, man. Is it JVC internet or is it my internet?
I don't know. I want to say it's yours, honestly.
All right. I mean, it could possibly be very true. So those of you who's listening to me, so what you want to do is, if the buyer is a cash buyer, if he's not using private or hard money, listen, they can actually sign the paperwork electronically. They don't need to be at a closing table. If they're using private or hard money, which means there's a lender, then yes, they need to, like the title company needs a wet signature. So they either send a notary out to meet up with the buyer, all right, to sign it. But if the buyer's using their own cash, they can actually just electronically go on there and sign it. They don't need to be at a location. They don't need to be there, all right? So I want you guys to understand that if you find the right title company, the attorney, like they will make it so easy, so hassle-free, so headache-free for you, and make sure you build a relationship with your title company and your attorney. So hopefully that helps you guys out and add some value. Now, JVC, one more thing, man. I'm gonna help. Question, bro. Okay, here. I don't know if you use this on your buyers or not, but maybe you might. But let me ask you this, dude.
Okay.
So when you talk to your buyer, you're saying you're the one that's going to wholesale the deal, right?
Yeah, I told them that I had it on the contract.
Do you say that you have partners?
I told her that, yeah, I did have a partner. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good, man. So those of you who, what I want you to do is when you act, however you do it with the seller, saying you have partners to get approval, I want you to do exact same thing when you're dealing with the cash buyer. Because what happened is when you get in a situation like this, when you get in a situation like this, JVC, he obviously don't want to cause the conflict, the confrontational with the buyer. I mean, that's just the feeling I'm getting. He doesn't want to say something that might upset the buyer. He don't want to do something or say something that caused that conflict with the buyer, and then the buyer blew up and backed out, and now he's losing his word on the seller. So what you want to do is you don't want to be the bad guy. You don't want to cause that conflict. What you want to do is you want to throw a partner right in the middle. Let the partner be the bad guy. So throw me in the middle. Dude, my partner Khang, man. I talked to him already. I really want to make this work. I really want to be on your side, dude. But he said, if you don't close today, we're going to cancel the contract. You're going to lose the $1,000.
Yeah.
So now what you want to do is when you put a partner in the middle, guess what? Your buyer blew up. Let's just say your buyer blew up. Okay, fine. If that's how you guys want to do it, I'm going to cancel it. Well, you know what, dude? I mean, man, I've been, we've been really working hard at this, that I really want to get it done. Let me talk to my partner. Let me convince him. Let me get him on board, get you a couple days. But what you're doing is that you are making him saying, hey, dude, if you don't, so your partner's the one that comes in firm and you're the one that's soft. And if he blew up, just say, hey, bro, let me see if I can fix this. Let me see if I can get my partner on board. So now you're being a good guy. And if he's mad at the partner, not you. So you can go back and say to, and you can, at that time, make a decision. You know what? I'm able to convince my partner. Yes, we can move, but you got to promise me, man. Like, you got to promise me, like, I want to keep a good relationship with my partner, right? You got to promise me that it's going to get done. Otherwise, the earnest money's like, your deposit is going to be gone. And I hate for you to lose your deposit, man, because I want to make sure that, that we can keep good relationship and we can continue doing this. Now, another one, bro. So one more, man. Did you, so when the buyer came in and said, hey, 80,000, did you try to go back to the seller and said, hey, you know what?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't, man. He was very firm. Like he was talking to me, the last time that we spoke on the phone, he was talking to me like like he was like, either you got $80,000, you wanted the property, or that's it. Or that's it. Or that's it. We're not selling it to you. Another guy just came to me and said that he wanted to buy it first. So I'm just giving it to you because it's becoming a hassle. We don't want to pay taxes on it. So, so I was just like, okay, you know what? I'm not even going to negotiate. Like I told you, like it wasn't about the money this time. It wasn't about that. It was the process. I just wanted him to get his money.
Cool.
I just wanted him to get his money. I was just like, you know what, man? I'm pretty sure I'm going to close a big deal. I'm going to close a big deal later on and everything, I just need to know how this is about, because now I know how to send out, how to fill out the contract. Now I know how to send out everything. Now I know how to do like most of the work, like I know, and that's what I needed,
Right.
Yeah, that's what I needed. So, just like now, I restarted doing, the mailing, the marketing, and I'm, just getting all my stuff already again and being consistent with it. And I'm sure I'm gonna, I'm sure I'm gonna make a lot of more mistakes, man. I'm sure, man. But hopefully I can learn from each one of them. And I mean, it's like, this is a lot of mistakes that, that I did in this transaction, But it was because of that fear, it was because of, the fear of losing, my work, my time, everything. It was a lot of things, in play that is more important than money,
Right. And the thing is, JVC, I understand exactly what you're trying to say, bro. You just want to make sure that you get it down so you understand the process. You just don't want to rock the boat and cause any more headaches to the seller, all that. Dude, I completely understand exactly what you're saying. I'm just sharing with you for the future, all right? For those of you who's also listening, dude, it's so that I want to let you know this, is that even when the sellers say that to you, once you have a property lock up on a contract, listen to me, you guys. I want you guys to listen on this, man. I have sellers say that to me all the time. Listen, I have sellers say that to me all the time. Khang, if you guys have the money, don't ever come back to me like I'm not going to move a dime. Dude, I have seller come back. And that's why this is where the partner comes in. All right? When you already have a contract with the seller, you already have a contract with the buyer, right? So now what JVC could have done is, listen, for those of you guys, like, these are something you cannot read in a book, man. Experience. So let me tell you, if I were you, how I'm going to go about this deal. I understand, it's your first deal, and I understand that. I'm telling this so that way the future deal for people that's listening, what you're going to do, man, you're going to drop an assignment agreement. Drop an assignment agreement with your buyer at $80,100. You already know you're going to make $100. Cool. Now what you're going to do, man, you got the buyer. Now you're going to go back to the seller. This is what you're going to say. You're just going to tell the seller, I understand last time when we chat, everything like that, we went out there, my partner looked at the, we went out there, my partner, my team manager, we look at the property, gosh, like, we are ready to go, but, we just can't make the 80,000 work. I mean, you know, really with all the work, I mean, could you make $79,000 work? If you can, we can close in the next 7 days. Like we're done. We don't need to inspect the property. We don't need to walk the property anymore. Like we're ready to go. But 80,000 just won't work. Like, could you make 79 work? Could you make
tonality? It's your tonality, man. How you say it?
Yeah. Could you make 79.5 works? And if you can, like we're all set. We're just ready to go now. Ready to close, and really just get this off your plate. And we'll be done with. Listen to me. Worst case, this is what the seller's going to say. Worst case, nothing is going to happen, man, because you already have it under contract. Seller can't just like, okay, you know, I'm going to sell to somebody else. No, worst case is, I'm telling you guys the worst case. So so you guys just ask. When you ask, there's a chance. When you don't ask, there's no chance. Listen to me. If you don't ask, the answer's already no. So even if you ask, like knowing that answer is going to no, so what? You're already going to make $100. So what you going to do, man? So the worst case, the seller's going to say, nope, you guys either close it with 80,000 or we're done. Like if you don't close it with 80,000, that's the worst case the seller can say to you. Okay, well, Bob, okay, no problem. I understand that you can't make the 79 work. Let me go back to my team manager and just let them know exactly what you told me. And then I'll be able to let you know if we still can be moved forward with that or not. Go back, came back, shoot him a text message or give him a call. So Bob, anyways, I was able to get my team manager on board and was able to push it through for you and you know, and make that 80,000 work. So we're ready to close. And, you know, I know you're going through a lot and we're able to push this through and get it close with you for in the next 7 to 8 days. Done. But the good thing is the seller could say, okay, well, okay. If you guys can close if you guys can close in the next 7 days, fine. I'll do it. 79.5, done. You made $500. You made $1,000 extra. So basically, you as you can see, I only asked the seller $1,000 or $500 off on this deal because of all the stress. Like I'm not gonna come in and ask him for $5,000 off. I guess I could, right? I guess I could, but I'm just saying. You know, you talk to the seller, you know how like you already built the rapport, you know how they are. So you make the you make the choice. Is it a 5,000, a 10,000? Dude, we have gone back and renegotiate on a deal and turn a no deal into a deal all the time. Still doing it today, all the time. So worst case is seller can say no. Worst case is seller can say no, right? Now, when you don't have it under contract, that's one thing. But now you have it locked up on contract. You got a buyer in place. I'm just sharing with you guys things that's something you can do.
Yeah.
Congrats, bro. Congrats, man.
Well, that's why you already have it on the contract, and you already spoke to. You know how much the buyer is gonna pay, right? And now you just go back and try to renegotiate with the seller so that you can get, you already know that you can sell it at the price, that the buyer told you. So you just get it down a little bit more so you can make, more profit, right?
Yep. Got it. Yeah. So JVC, man. All right, dude. For those that are starting out, dude, I want to say congrats, man. $100, but I know this $100, dude, you're going to 10X this baby and 1,000X this baby because it's the knowledge that you walk away with and you already know how to do it. Just like John, man, when John was coming on the one-on-one with me, he said, Khang, like, I really don't care about my first deal because I think his first deal, he made like 4,000. I posted on Instagram. Everybody's like, he paid you 35 G's and he only made 4,000 on his first deal. Shit, Khang. Dude, he was just like you, bro. And was just like me. I said, dude, I just need to know the rope. I just need to know the process. Once I know it, bro, I don't need you anymore, dude. I'm done. Like, you know what I mean? Once you already know the ingredients and have to make it over and like, why would you know what I mean? Dude, but people that say that, dude, just have the wrong mindset. And that's all cool, bro.
Yeah, I tell my family, because they do believe in me, but they see $100 and they're like kind of like, what? That's it? And I'm like, it's because you guys don't see the value. You guys don't see it. You guys don't see that right now when you first start any business, you're not gonna get any money. Yeah. You're gonna gain the knowledge. You gotta get off the ground first, and then you start making the real money. So I'm like, you guys focusing on the wrong thing. You guys focusing on the money, and you focus on the money, and you're gonna fall down. But like, you need to focus on providing value and, helping people out, and then the money will come with it. But right now, I just want to know the knowledge. That's it. I'm okay with knowing the knowledge. Thanks to God. I have an HVAC. We install like HVAC. So I got income coming in. I got money coming in. To at least pay for all these things. Like yeah, I pay for marketing, okay, but I'd rather spend $600. And something that is gonna potentially bring me back. Like 10, 15, $20,000 deals. It might not happen right now, and it might not happen, the next month, but it can potentially happen in 3 months. But you guys don't see that. You guys rather spend money on cars, on liabilities, on things that are gonna get money out of your pocket instead of putting money in your pocket, man.
The Gucci, the Louis.
Yeah, those new shoes that just came out and everything. I haven't bought myself anything, Khang, for a year and something, like a year and 2 months.
Dude,
haven't bought myself a shirt, like shoes, anything, because I'm like, I'm not gonna spend my money right there, man. I'm gonna spend my money here. Like, I'm gonna go out there and look for sellers. I'm gonna go out there, even if I'm like, it's nerve-wracking, calling them on the spot and everything. Deal machine, like skip it and call them out. My voice shivering, man. I'm just like, Khang, can you hear me?
Yep, man. I can hear you, dude. Just keep talking, bro. I can hear you,
man.
Bro.
And it's scary, but I'm just like, but that's what I gotta go through, man. I gotta push through this fear, because I know that my goals are gonna be on the next, like on the other side of the fear, Yep. So that's why, I was like, I pulled the trigger, I actually joined the 2K masterclass, man, and because I'm like, I'm not, I'm not gonna sit here and waste it, and I waste another year and everything, because that's basically what happened, just driving around. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'd rather, I have the choice between buying myself, a better car, or buying another things and everything, or I have my choice here of, like creating a new path of wealth in my life, and providing, like, I'm just like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna pull the trigger, man. I don't care, man. And like, I'd rather just get somebody to help me with this again and everything, because, and so that I can get this going and everything, So that's what, okay, you know what? I know I have the work ethic, because I work in construction, man. I work in construction, and it's bad. It's hot. It's hot, and when it's cold, it's cold.
Yeah, man.
We work with metal all the time, man. I got cuts all over my hands and everything,
Dude, bro, I mean, dude, I see what I do now, right? I see what I do now. It's like just on the phone and making money. And when I see people like doing like to me, what I do, it doesn't it doesn't feel like work to me, because I grew up seeing the physical work. Now, to me, that's hard work, right? You're earning your money the hard way. So I was like, oh, dude, what I do is just so easy. And most people don't take advantage of it. But anyway, JVC, bro, wrap this up, man. For those that are like just starting out, bro, stressing, overwhelmed, lost, confused, like what are some tips and advice that you can give them, bro?
I would say, man, that don't give up, man. Just don't give up, because giving up is for losers, man.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make it here, and you already halfway through, you actually join already, like you're actually doing things to have a better future, then why quit? Why quit? Why quit? Why would you settle down for something that, just because, I would say just keep pushing. It doesn't matter if it's your first deal, just keep going at it, just keep going at it. And, it doesn't matter how much it is, of course, take the advices that the Khang just gave us and everything, so you can, get some money. But right now, I promise you, the money is not important right now. What is important is the knowledge and what you have here in your head, what your goals are and everything, so which is why, I keep pushing and everything, after all the things that I go through, my status can change anytime, but I'm like, okay, I'm not going to wait for that to happen. I'm going to do whatever I can and everything, and not just leave everything to God and everything, and then
I love it, bro.
And then he'll decide, man.
Dude, I love it, bro. I love it, dude. We have so much thing in common, bro. Dude, so hey, JVC, how do people connect with you and start doing deals?
Well, you guys can just connect with me over in Facebook. I have my Instagram, but it's really not that active. But you
Okay.
can me Javier Castro and everything over in Facebook, and I'll be there, and I'll be more than happy to work with anybody, you know. But yeah, man, let's keep pushing forward and everything, you know. And Khang, I'll see you at the 2K masterclass, man.
Dude, awesome, bro. I didn't even know that you're part of the 2K web class, bro. So congrats, dude. And yeah, man, dude, I'm excited to spend the whole entire day with the 20 of you, taking your life, your business to the whole nother level, man. So
now, let me ask you one quick question, Khang.
Yes.
One quick question, I'll let you. Okay, so I'm going to an appointment right now.
Okay.
And there's this guy that he said that he's got a house and it's got tenants in. The house is worth around 210 to 220. The house is in a good condition. The house is in a good. Say he doesn't need any repairs, which is, we already know where that's going.
Yeah.
That the guy, he just wants to pass it on with to another person. He's not looking to get market value, but he's not looking to get ripped off either. He's got tenants in there paying $1,300 in rent, cash flow.
Okay.
You know. And he said he's into passing it to somebody else. He said he'll take $190 the most, $190,000, $190,000 with the tenants in and everything. I know, might not be a deal, but I still wanted to make him an offer.
Okay.
So
what's your question, bro?
So that's not a deal, is it, right?
Well,
I just want to know.
Yeah. So basically, this one. Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna ask you. Is there a mortgage on the property?
No, it's free and clear.
Free and clear. Okay, so that's a good sign. ARV is 210. Let's just say ARV is 210. Mm-hmm. Rent is 1,300. And you guys, this is something that we're gonna do in the 2K web class, so you guys understand. Like, I'll analyze any deals you're working on, any previous deals, and I'll give you kind of my point of view. So now you get a better understanding what's a deal. How can I structure and make this a deal? All right, you guys. Okay, so bro, so he currently getting rent, $1,300 in rent.
Yeah.
Now, my next question okay, so this is not a deal, right? It's worth 210, but it's at 190. I guess if this is a rental, it probably in a rental condition, which is it doesn't have grand account, like all of that.
He's got all of that. He said that he used to live there. He said he's got laminated flooring. It's got granite countertops.
Good.
He said he did the wrong thing by doing that because he was going to put tenants in.
But
he said that he already had it there. That he has to put like $5,000 every time somebody vacates.
Right. Okay.
But he's like, you know what, man? I'll send it to you guys. If you guys take over it for 190, 195, just make an offer. But I don't know anything about rental here.
Sure. Okay. I got you, bro. Okay. So basically, he said that the house is nicely updated. So if whoever's going to buy it, I figure that you're probably going to spend let's just say at least $5,000. Paint, carpet it up and everything like that, right? Freshen it up. Since you already have all the other stuff. So let's just say $5,000.
Okay.
It's renting for $1,300. Now, you need to know what is the rental market in that area for?
1,300.
No, like what would a landlord buy this property that makes $1,300 a month for? Like, what would an actual landlord will pay for a property that rent for $1,300? Now, say in my area, what I call is the 1% rule. All right, the 1% rule. It means if this property rent for $1,300, that I'm willing in my area, like people would pay $130,000 for it. Like I will pay $130,000 for it. But I have buyers that are landlord that don't know about the 1% rules. See, the 1% rule is just like the 30% rules.
Okay.
Like you when you go to seminars and when you go on YouTube and people educate you, but some people don't need that. So some landlord will be like, hey, dude, if it's like in my area, if it gets $1,300 in rent, I know that I can probably lock it up on a contract for $190, or like probably between the 170 to 180, and I can still get a buyer for it. Now those buyers are rare. Like it's over time. It's how you build those buyers. But when it comes to rental, you got to know what the landlord is paying for in that area. Some area is so cheap and so ghetto that if you get $1,300 in rent, let's just make it easy. If you get $500 in rent, like no, let's just say 1,000. If it's rent for 1,000, like they got to buy the property at like maybe 50,000. Wow. Like 50,000 or 40,000, which mean the cap rate, it got to be at like 18% or 20%. So the area, it really depends, right? It's really different. So you need to spend some time. If that's the market, then you need to figure it out, right? You need to figure it out. But to me, man, most market that if you do a 1% rules, then you can probably sell the deal.
Gotcha.
So which means if this gets $1,300 in rent, you might offer him. I mean, dude, I would try to offer this guy. How long has he owned the property? Do you know?
I think he owned it for like 25 years.
Oh, dude. Okay, so when he bought it, he bought it. He probably bought the property for $5.
Yeah, and it's like it's a 3-2. You know, it's the houses that are selling like pancakes here, man.
Yeah, man. So, dude, if you're gonna offer him, man, I mean, now let me ask you, what did you initially want to offer the guy?
I was actually going to offer him like I think 175.
Okay, so you're basically, are you using the 210 minus 30%?
Yeah.
Dude, if you do 210 minus 30%, bro, you got to be at 147.
Yeah.
So you got to be at 147 if you use the 30% rules. So, dude, if he asks for 190, bro, and you need to be at 147, to me, that's not a big gap. Like, to me, that's not a big gap. It seems like it's doable when you're still within the ballpark of the 100,000, okay? So if his property is all ready to go, man, dude, like if you lock it up under contract at, let's just say that 147, 150, I think that you probably will still be able to make some money on this deal. Because I don't know about the area. In my area, like in my area, like I have people that are willing to go up to 20%, even sometimes 15%. So check this out. So which means they don't need a 30% discount. They're happy with a 15 or a 20% discount. And let me tell you how the margin is different. So if I take 210 minus 25%, that's 157. So which means the buyer that's willing to pay 25%, they had to be all in at 157. Okay? And now if it's a 20% buyer, 168. You see how 168 now from 190?
Yeah, that's not a big gap.
Yeah, so it's only a $22,000 gap. So which mean, dude, I'm telling you that maybe your max offer on this guy, like I think you need to be less than 175. That's just my thought. Like you need to be around that one. I would say stick with the 165, bro, and start negotiating with him, make an offer, coming in at like now when you talk to him on the phone, bro. Here's another question, man. When you talk to the guy on the phone, your first question, did you ask him, obviously you asked him how much he want for the property, right?
Yeah, I asked him how much he wanted for the property.
And what did he say?
He said he wanted 195 or 190, and then he could sell it. Like he'll give it for that price to somebody else that wants, like rentals, like somebody that has like a tenant in there. Because he said he's not planning to actually, like move the tenant out because he's been there for 10 years.
Sure.
So it's like, what, if you guys can do, 190 or just throw me an offer and we can do it, then, then we can go ahead and, get this done.
Okay.
But he just wanted the money to buy 2 more properties.
I got you, bro. Okay. Now the guy, is he in out of states?
No, he's not.
Okay. So he's in the state. So how far is he away from the property?
I think he's probably like
a few hours away, an hour away.
Like I will say like maybe like an hour.
Okay, got it, bro. Okay, check this out, dude. So, and and did he tell you that the value of the property is about 210?
Yeah, he told me the value of the property is 210, but I found some properties in there, like when I ran some comps that they were going for like 220, like 220, 225.
Oh,
So what I was thinking is that maybe the property can sell because it's in a good condition and it's a
got
desirable
it.
house. It's a ranch.
Got
It's
it.
a ranch of 3.2.
I got you, bro. Okay. So listen, so in this, you guys, I see this motivation. So the seller knows that his property is probably going to can probably sell on the market for 210. But he calls in right away. He calls in the first call and just say he wants to take 190. And that's a $20,000 drop. So there's motivation, man. Like, to me, there is motivation here. It's all about now, how do you talk? How do you communicate with the seller to get him to start dropping price? Now, my next question to you, bro, JVC.
Yeah.
Dude, on the first call, dude, did you ask any question to see if he would drop the price even more?
Yes, I told him. He told me that to make him an offer because I kept telling him, that I told him, that we could pay for the closing costs, but obviously he knows all the process. Yeah, he knows all, what the closing cost is and everything.
Okay, sure. Okay, I got you, bro. Dude, this went on a lot longer, but I want to let you guys know this is exactly what we do in the 2K web class, man. Any deal you're working on, we're going to dissect it. We're going to figure it out. So you walk away. Like I said, dude, my goal for you to walk away with that day is to know how to better looking at deals, better structure deals, like looking at things better, any headaches, anything that you want to resolve, man. We're going to figure out on that day. So, bro, okay. So let me see, man. I want to know how the phone call goes. So the guy calls in and said, okay, 190 to 195. When the seller mentioned two numbers, pick the lower one and then question him about the lower one. So what is the negotiating question that you ask him?
I told him that that we were going to pay for all the closing costs. That we paid all the closing costs. So obviously, we can buy the property in as is. Because he's like, well, the property, it doesn't need any work. The property
no, bro. I just want to know from you is when the seller mentioned 190, what's the next thing you say, bro?
Oh, I told him that that it's $190,000 the best that he can do if we were even to come in there and pay for the closing costs. And he just told me to throw him an offer. Just give me an offer because I'm pretty sure that he was getting offers from everybody.
Got it, bro. Okay. So when he mentioned, hey, just throw me an offer, what's the next thing that you did?
I told him that I was going to look back, that I was going to do some research on the property and everything, but that I needed a number from him, that even if we can, agree on a price, if we can agree on a price, and we can come together to an understanding, after I do some research, if he was ready to go, he's like, yeah, but just keep in mind, that that there's a tenant in there and he's paying at 1,300, and the value of the house is going I think $10,000 each year. 10,000. Yeah.
Okay, bro. My next question is, do you have the King Kong seller script?
I do, bro.
Dude, okay, man. You do? You do, bro? But you were a little disappointed. Okay, bro. When the when the seller said, hey, 190, why don't you guys just make me an offer? What did you say next?
That's what I told him. I got nervous, to be honest, man. And I know, and the thing is that I know the script by heart. I know it. But when they call, listen, he called me during work hours, man. So I had to go to my truck, and there was like nailing everywhere, like all over the place. There was noise everywhere. As much as I wanted to reduce the noise, I was nervous, So there, but I did the best I could and everything, and I was like, but I know the script, I was like,
sure.
Oh my God. And I was disappointed on myself because I'm like, oh my God, I know the script. And I wasn't able to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a call right now at 2. We got an appointment at 2, and I'm gonna, because we have to, that's the same thing almost.
Okay. Yeah. So, so JVC, check this out, bro. Okay. You're going to be the seller.
Okay.
I'm going to be you. So 190, right? You mentioned 190. Well, I mean, JVC, knowing that we are going to pay all your closing costs and all the fees, and obviously, try and make this a hassle-free sale for you. Is 190 the best you can do?
Well, I mean, why don't you make me an offer?
Why don't we make you an offer? Gotcha. Well, the thing is, JVC, my job is not to actually make you an offer. My job is to just collect all the information and gather all the information from you, so that way my team, can construct you a fair and intelligent offer. Another thing, JVC, I want you to understand that our company, we actually willing to buy the property as is. The script, blah la 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 la. Just want to know from you,
Okay.
could you help us out by going a little bit lower than 190? Dude, so what I did there, bro, so what you want to do is you want to distract the seller. You want to distract the seller and then come back and pound him with another negotiating question. If he say it again, if he say again, well, why don't you guys just make me an offer? I said it, just make me an offer. If the price is good, I'll let you know. I got you. Okay. Well, the thing is, JVC, we also pay cash. We can close quickly on this. I just want to know, it's 190. Like, I just want to know from you, is like, what's the least that you willing to sell the property for to us if we just come in and close all cash? You see how you see it? So basically, you just you want to do is distract the seller, ask a different question until the seller pissed off and said, listen, like, what don't you understand? Like, dude, so many of you guys are afraid, but this is something that's going to happen. And I hope to help you guys overcome this. But I have seller that screams and said, like, what don't you understand? I already told you, you guys just need to make me an offer and I'll let you know. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to, obviously now you apologize. I didn't mean to upset you, but yes, I got all the information, JVC. I got all the information I needed from you for now. Thank you so much for providing me with all the information. Once again, I'm sorry that I upset you. I didn't mean to. Those are just some of the questions that, my company want to ask you, so that way we can construct you a fair, intelligent offer. But I got all the answer that I needed from you for now. So listen, I'll send this over to our research team, have them do the research on the property, and I can actually call you back. You know what? How about tomorrow at 2 p.m.? Would that work for you, JVC? Yes, that will work.
That'll be fine.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So JVC, before I let you go here, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So when I call you back tomorrow to make you an offer on your property, and if we can agree on the price that work for you and for us, just want to know, are you ready to get the paperwork done and sell the moment? I mean, the property. You guys, so basically what you want to do, JVC, is you just want to reframe it, right? Yeah. Reframe it and then come in with the punch.
Yeah.
But anyways, man, dude, I can't wait to spend more time with you on try and dissect, working on the market, try and give you guys any kind of ways to get to the next level, man. And the thing is, you guys got to listen, man. In life, man, JVC understand it. I understand it. And I think a lot of the immigrant that come from another country underground, dude. Whatever you want in life, man. Whatever you want, man. You either pay with time or you pay with money. The choice is yours. I'm thinking it's sometimes it's not whatever you have more, but it's also too is whichever you value more. Mm-hmm. Some people value the money more. You know what I want? Yeah, dude. I'm not gonna spend that. Which is cool. I'm saying, like, whichever way is fine. Right? It's just depend on who you are. And I want to spend the whole entire day with the 20 people that are a massive action taker, that understand that, listen, success doesn't happen overnight. They understand that it happens over time. They understand it's going to require a ton of work and a dedication from them, walking away that they have to put in the work, the WORK. But they are the one that say, Khang, I'm just sick and tired of where I'm at. I'm lost, I'm confused, I'm stressing out, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know the right path, the right actions to take. And exactly what JVC said. A lot of you could be taking action. Like, you feel like your day is busy, like you're doing a bunch of stuff, but the action that you're doing could be the wrong action, and it's going to take you a couple months to realize that what you're doing is wrong. If you do the right thing, man, you need to do a few things a day. You just take back, relax, dude. Like it's fishing, and then the fish will come. That's exactly what I told John and Alex. It's my second student. He's like, Khang, dude, I felt like, dude, I have so much time in the day, man. Like, is there other thing I need to do? I said, dude, you already did everything, bro. Just relax. Wait for the fishy to bite. And when the fish bites, and then you just realm in, bro. He's like, yeah, okay. So I want you guys from that 2K web class, man, trust the process, trust the game plan that we're going to come up with. And I promise you the result will come if you stick with it and just consistent, not jumping around like a freaking little, don't jump around like a little bunny. Just stick with the game. We're going to come up with a couple different ways of marketing. And I want you strictly stick with it. And I promise you the result will come. But those of you who wants to spend the whole entire day with me on the 2K web class, man, it costs $2,000 per person or per couple. I don't think I said that at the beginning. $2,000 per person or per couple. The 20 people that want to spend that day with me, man. July 28th. All right, whole entire day. It's a web class. You're going to get a link to Zoom. We're going to start at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard, but it's going to last for a long time, so you can jump on anytime with that link. So anytime that you're available on that Sunday, just jump on, man. And I want to make sure on that day that you get to walk away with a clear action, precise plan, a blueprint of exactly how to systemize, put your business together. Maybe you're a one-man, one-woman show. You're working a ton of hours a day, and you're like, Khang, I'm closing one deal here and there. How can I get consistent more deals? Well, we're going to figure out your marketing plan, come up with a marketing strategies, so that way you can consistently get more deals flow, close more deals on a monthly base. All right, you guys? Whew, for those of you, the 20 of you that I'm talking to, man, shoot me an email over to Wholesale to Millions. Wholesale to Millions with an S. The link is in the description. Wholesale to Millions at gmail.com. I'm excited. I'm pumped and ready to rock and roll with you, man. And if you're new to the channel, boom, smash the subscribe button. Turn on the belly. Hit that bell notification, man. So when I upload a new video or when I go live, you get notified. Follow me on Instagram, man. IG. Khang, Khang, dot, like a period, a WTM. Thank you so much, dude. JVC, thank you so much for your time, bro. I really appreciate it, man. Much more success, and I look forward, bro, to our Sunday meeting, dude.
Let's go, man.
Let's go.
All right, man. Peace out, man.
Next time, dude. Peace.